Hey everybody, CRL Productions here, and this is my first YouTube video that's really going to start a string of more serious content on this channel. I'm hoping to really move from TikTok to YouTube now, with the second half of the summer and maybe going forward. So without further ado, here is the LEGO Star Wars Set Concepts, maybe part 1. Just a quick disclaimer, none of the images in this video belong to me. The ideas solely are my own creation. Alright, so anyway, what I'm going to show you guys today is a bunch of set ideas that I really have come up with and really refined. So I'm going to show you the set, maybe just an overall image of the build, then some minifigures that I think should go in the set. Just keep in mind that I don't think that you can have many new minifigures per set just because LEGO needs to make money by offering new minifigures in new sets to kind of be a draw. Okay, so with that all in mind, here is my first idea. It's just a standalone AT-OT. So this is what we see first in Episode 3 in Felucia. We see Aayla Secura, Commander Bly, and then the Star Corps. It was a pretty questionable decision to have it only included with the dropship and not have the dropship with the AT-TE, which is something that you actually see in the main series Star Wars. But my idea here is, hey, let's just have this standalone AT-OT. Let's have a lot more of the Star Corps. Let's bring back the Star Corps, which, we haven't really seen at all since the mid-2000s, for example, in the Battle Pack and the Turbo Tank. And let's give a fan the ability to replicate an iconic Order 66 scene of Aayla Secura's death at the hands of Commander Bly and the 327th Star Corps. For the actual build, I think something like the image shown, or even better than that, just a direct copy of what we got with the dropship would be more than what we could ever ask for from LEGO, from the AT-OT standalone. As for minifigures, as I said, Commander Bly, this one in this image here is a great one. I don't think LEGO would do something so intricate, but I think that something along these lines, a little bit less detailed, would be, a great minifigure and kind of the star of the set, even more than the actual build. In trying to recreate the Order 66 scene on Felucia, we're going to need an Aayla Secura to be our victim, right? So I think, we already have a really nice non-Clone Wars Aayla Secura, so let's use that one. We don't need to make a new minifigure. That would maybe allow us to give another minifigure that's new, which I'll show you next. So I think either 1 or 2 additional Star Corps Clone Troopers Phase 2 would be the perfect final part of the set. Maybe just add another few droids to it, but I think the bare bones part of this set would just be, at least one other clone that's not Bly, Aayla Secura, and Bly himself. So I think that, using the 2005 to 2007 version of the Star Corps Trooper as your baseline, you will not go wrong in recreating. Alright, so my next idea, guys, is the Jedi Temple. This is a very requested set idea, and for that reason, I'm going to keep it minimal, but at the same time, make sure that I hit all the main points. I think it is absolutely essential that the Jedi Temple, if it is going to be a LEGO set, needs to be a play set. It needs to be able to be opened up, and there needs to be some minimal things like a library, a council room, a place where the younglings are for recreation of Episode 3, just a courtyard. Just these bare bone minimums where we see them in the movies and in the Clone Wars show that really just personify the Jedi Temple. Further, I think that the exterior of the Jedi Temple is actually much less important than the interior. I think the interior is what we're going to be looking at, as well as the minifigure array that comes with it. For me, Jocasta Nu is kind of the main person of the Jedi Temple for me in Star Wars, right? You have this character that only appears in it, and her only significance in the actual live-action films is just telling Obi-Wan that he's wrong. But nonetheless, she's still an icon of the Jedi Temple, and she's an absolute essential for the minifigure section of this set. Next are some minifigures that I know I would get a lot of flack from you guys if I didn't include. The Jedi Temple guards, I think you need at least 2 of them. I know a lot of you would want to see more. I would want to see more. But I think that LEGO doesn't release multiple of them like that. I think 2, 3, 4, maybe max 4 guards is what we'd see. I really don't see them putting out 4. We don't get a lot of sets these days where we get multiples like that. We will see 2 of a minifigure max unless it's a battle pack. And even then, maybe it is 2 of minifigure max, just like the Sith Trooper battle pack, but I digress. So additionally, we would want to see a lot of Jedi in this Jedi Temple, obviously. I don't want to name names other than Jocasta Nu, because all Jedi, you'd assume, would have a stay at the Jedi Temple. But I'm thinking, you know what? Now's the time to bring Jedi Bob back into the equation, right? So let's put a Jedi Bob in there along with some other Jedi. I'm not limiting any sort of Jedi. I think a Yoda would make sense, a Mace Windu, bring a lot of the council members, maybe some council members who haven't been made into Lego minifigures yet. But I think a Jedi Bob would be a good idea. You can't go wrong. And then just a little extra addition, I think a 501st Phase 2 clone would be kind of funny to put in there. No Anakin, but just a Phase 2 clone, just kind of as a reference to the March in the Jedi Temple and that great music that accompanies it in Episode 3. Alright, so the last set I'm going to show in this video would be the Naboo Royal Starfighter, which is a set I think that is long, long overdue. It appears in all 3 of the prequels, and it has a pretty big role in all 3 of the prequels. For this instance, I would want to have this set be an Episode 1 set, as you will see by the minifigures. And issue I hear with this set would be chrome pieces. I don't care about the chrome pieces. Just give it a light gray, and we'll call it a day, because this set is so long overdue. We just need to see it. So other than that, we want to see a minifigure for Queen Amidala. It's kind of her starship, so she runs the ship, she calls the shots, she's the beast. And by Queen Amidala, I didn't actually mean Queen Amidala. I meant Padme's bodyguard, her double. So I'd want to see a handmaiden Padme, a brand new type of minifigure. Probably the only one I'm going to state in this set concept, but this is a very important minifigure because it has a big kind of role in shaping Anakin. And then I'd want to see a Captain Panaka, or just a regular Naboo pilot. Both are present in that Episode 1 sequence, but the Captain Panaka is kind of a pretty cool character. I like him a lot. He's a minor character, but he's an awesome character, and he's been made in Lego as a pretty great minifigure. So we can't go wrong with that. And then finally, I just want some Gungan representation. Get us a Jar Jar on board, and actually just go with a new mold for him, or not a new mold as much as a new print. I think there have only been ever 2 Jar Jar Binks figures created, so we are overdue for another. He's kind of a major character at this point of the game, guys. He's a major character that, people hate on regardless. He's important to Star Wars. He's very, very important to Star Wars. So we need more than 2 molds of this guy, more than 2 prints of this guy. And this new set would be the perfect place to add another. Alright guys, so those are the 3 that I wanted to show today. Let me know in the comments what you want to see for the next one. Maybe just give me some ideas for the next one. And let me know if you want to see another one. I'd imagine you would, and I imagine this video should do fairly well. I worked very hard on it, let me just say that. And show me some support. I'm moving over from TikTok, where I have about 22,000 followers, to here where I have just under 1K, which I appreciate every single one of you. Just give me a subscription. Like it if you liked it. Hopefully you did. I did work hard on it, as I've said. And comment what you think. Peace out, guys. Please stay safe and be good to one another.